Hi, Bob. Thanks for the email and the document. I thought, well, maybe the best way I can explain this is actually with a video. That way I can use some screenshots. I can talk a little bit, probably a lot better than I can type. So let me just run through through your questions. So what you receive with the Tempest package, what files? So the files you receive, and this is without Numo added, this is just a template package. I'll just open it up in Dreamweaver. Basically what we give you is it's like a pre-designed website, right? We have an about page, a catalog page, FAQs, privacy, and then a folder with additional pages in it. These are all there so you can build your site from it. You don't need to keep them the same names. You can definitely change the content within them. These are just there to give you a leg up, a bit of a head start, some layouts that you can work with. We have, like I said, so the main pages here, we have additional pages in a pages folder, and we have additional sliders in the sliders folder here as well. So this is exactly what a template package looks like when you first purchase and open it, right? All the main pages are here. Additional pages are kept in this pages folder and the sliders folder. Now what we do as a bit of an overview, when we create a Dreamweaver template is we have, I'll open up the services page here and show you. I'll show you in the design area here, and then I'll show you in a web browser. Now when you first open up the page, we have a sort of a mishmash of stuff going on here. Let me just make this a little bit easier to look at by going to the view, and we're just going to turn off the visual aids, Control, Shift, and I. We don't really need those to be in view, and things will look a little tidier. Now here's sort of the services page here with our content, and we have these sort of gray placeholder boxes. And what these are actually Dreamweaver assets. If we go to the Assets tab and we go to the library, we have a whole list of assets over here, or basically their include pages. And how this works is, let's just open up the services page here. I'll just preview that in a browser. There we go. And we have the website name right here. Okay, it's just the Tempest. That's what you see in the package. Now what we can actually do is we can right click on this placeholder right here, and we can select Open Library Item. And there we get Tempest. And we can now double click, call in site, let's do this one, Bob's site, what the heck, eh? And then we can just save, click do a Control S or Command S on the keyboard, and hit Update. And what this does is, because it's a shared item, in other words, all the pages use the website name library asset, it's going through, Dreamweaver's now going through and it's updating all these. Now I know you didn't ask that question, but I just wanted to show you some of the things you could expect in how we put our templates together. Right? So it's running through, updating all the different pages. And if I switch back to my services page and I click refresh, there we go. Now it says Bob's site. When I go to any other page in the site, products, it says Bob's site because it's been updated. That asset has now updated all the pages in the site. So that's just one of the features that we have. And I just wanted to let you know what to sort of expect when you open up the package and see. So we'll move on to the next one. What can the Dreamweaver owner not change or edit? Nothing. You can change or edit everything you want, and it really depends on the skill level that you have. And when I say skill level that you have, sometimes that means how experienced you are in working with Dreamweaver, and sometimes it means how adventurous you want to be. You can change whatever you want. Let's look at the page in a web browser. You can change any text, and just as I showed you with updating the website name, the assets you can open up the same way for the menu, right? Any text in the page you can change, the pictures you can change, the layouts or in the columns. Like in this example, we have sort of a product page with 3 columns. You can change that to 2 columns or 1 column, right? And we also provide the pages folder where we have these extra column pages sort of created for you already, right? So if you wanted a page with 3 columns, we have one. If you wanted a page with 2 columns and the smaller column is on the right hand side, we have that as well. All right, I'm just going to turn off the Control Shift and I, turn off the visual aids. Of course, my Dreamweaver is kind of small in the window here, but you get the idea. Here's a column over here, here's a column over here. But what we do, though, with all of our pages is we lock the pages using the dynamic web template. This is another Dreamweaver feature, and I looked at the existing site that you had right here, and you're also using a DWT for this site right here. So whoever built that one also built it with the same idea. You create the pages, or you base them off of a dynamic web template, and in your web pages, you put editable regions where you can have text that you can edit, and then there's non-editable regions. Well, in the page itself, you'll be hard-pressed to actually find or access a non-editable region. Everything in here is within an editable region. But if you want total access to the page, you just open up your page, go Modify, Template, and Detach from Template, and then you have access to all the HTML as well. Some things that people would want to change. The background. I wasn't sure which version or color of Tempest you wanted to use, but the background image here, or the stripe pattern being used with the social icons right here, or the sort of metal grain texture at the top, all those are background images, and you can change those out with something else if you want. Now, if you don't know how, we do have some limited instructions on that, and then you have access to me. And what I do is what I'm doing right now. If you have a question and you're not sure how to do something, you just fire it in through our ticket center. The ticket comes directly to me. I create a video and I show you how to open up or do whatever it is you want to do in Dreamweaver. Okay. And is the headline full screen slider limited to 3 images? No, you can have as many as you want. Is it user friendly to change? Well, I'll show you how to change it. Then I guess you can decide if it's user friendly or not. We try to make these things as user-friendly as possible, but on our index page, when you open that up, you're not going to see the slider because it's an animated component, okay? And anything that's animated, just like our library assets, we also put those into asset files to make it a little bit easier to update. So we'll go to our full screen slider library asset page. We open it up. Now there's the text, there's the description, and there's the third line, or the little what we call it, a site. That's the site tag right there. Okay, that's the text. If you want to go ahead and change it, you go ahead and change it. It's easy as scrubbing over it. New title. This second line, this description, new description here. That's all you have to do. It's not hard to go and find the text. That's why one of the reasons why I like to use library assets for the animated components like these sliders. To add more or pictures, this is where we just flip it over to code view and everything is commented for you. This is the first slide, second slide, and third slide. If you want to add a fourth, all we do is copy one of these slides, paste it down below, and change our background image right here. And that's it. Now to change the background picture, right, you can start by looking at the image right here. There's our images folder, which is right here. That's pick number 1. Down here we have pick number 5 to change things up, but if you wanted to change it to pick number 4, just type in number 4, right? If you want to change this to 3, type in 3. Or if you want to replace it with an image with a more descriptive name, then create your own image, put it into this folder, right? And then let's say, for example, we had an image called Bob's image.jpg, right? Then all we'd have to do is change the number 2 here to Bob's-image.jpg, and that's it. That's all you have to do to change a picture in the slide. Just make sure that it's within this images folder here and put the name of the image right over here. So then you can add and delete as many pictures as you want by doing that. You can just keep copying an existing slide over and over and over and over again. I do recommend no more than 8. The reason for that is I think it takes about an 8-second transition for each slide. 8 times 8, 64 seconds. So you'd have somebody staring at the top of your page for over a minute in order to get through all 8 slides if they let it run automatically. I don't know if you want to have somebody at the top of your page for a full minute, whereas you may want them to be in reading your content. That's the next question. Can the admin privileges be limited to sections of the web page are the number of admin accounts limited? No. This is getting into the Numo, with the Numo plugins, and you can have as many admin accounts as you want. You can also have a master admin, a super admin, I think it's called, right? That administers all the other admins. Yeah. Now the privileges can be limited to sections of the web page. Yes, depending on which component you're working with. We do have one called a content wizard. And what the content wizard does is you put just a couple of snippets of code inside of a page. For example, in our services page, let's say you wanted this piece of content right here to be administered by certain individuals, right? Well, you can actually use the content wizard, which is part of the Numo plugin system, and you can just wrap it in a couple of tags, and we actually have videos that show you how to do that. And then the content for this particular area would then be administered through the content wizard of the Numo control panel. And when somebody updates that content and saves it, this piece of content in the page is also updated, and then it's displayed on the website. Now, you can have whatever individuals assigned. You could have 2 or 3 individuals assigned to be allowed to update that particular piece of content only. The actual reason we created the content wizard was for website developers that had clients, and they didn't want their clients basically messing up the rest of the site. So in order to, if you give a client the full website in Dreamweaver, they can potentially mess it up within a matter of hours or minutes, depending on who you give it to. So the content wizard basically allows them to update sections of the website through a web browser instead of having to use Dreamweaver. They can update the content, they can save it, and then boom, it populates the website, and they haven't messed anything up. You have your own domain names. Interested in hosting? That's great. We'd love to have you. And transferring design elements from our existing inactive site here. Now, we do have a service if you want, and it's just a matter of you tell us exactly how much or how little you want us to do. We have, I'll give you an example. We have a site setup service. It's a content transfer site setup service. Really applies to somebody who has an existing website and you want to move your content into one of our new templates. We have a $3.99 package, which basically says for up to 10 pages, we'll take your entire website, we'll move it into a new template, we'll set up your sliders, your logo, your menu bars, we'll do it start to finish, right? It doesn't include any Numo setup of your back end. Like we'll actually install Numo and for no charge for you. We'll get that on your server and have it installed. But we won't go and update a catalog, for example, in it. That's a different process. But we do have that service. Or if you just want us to get your images updated or your menu bars set up, it's whatever you need help with, we can accommodate. Right? Provide pricing with Numo discounts, pro level, hosting service, and any recommended essentials for gotchas. Well, the Numo is the $5.99. That actually includes the price of the template. Hosting service is $99 a year, and that's really it. For gotchas, well, I'll tell you what we do offer is we offer a year of support. And that means we'll make sure the product works. And if you get stuck or you have trouble, this video is an example of how we go in and help. I actually go into the site, or an example of your site, like right here, a copy of your site. If you said, Colin, how do I do this? I don't know how to do that. Then I go in and make a quick 2-minute video, show you how to do it, and then you're done. Or if you want us to do it for you, we do have, we can either put it this way. If it takes less than 15 minutes, we'll give you 15 minutes of our time. We're not going to charge you for it, right? If it takes more than that, then we have different levels of service and support that we can offer. And basically, we'll just, charge you either for a time, or we have a package of time that you can buy. But for the first year, most people really don't need it. We do support our products and our customers. And the other thing is, after a year, we have extended support plans. So for $14.95 a month, we'll make sure that your template functions exactly as it does, and any updates after that. But you can just do a one-time thing. If you just have an issue, you need help with one thing, you can just buy the support for a one-time cost or once a month, and that's it. We also offer more extended support or custom services where, if, for an hour and a half of our time, we'll go for $99. We'll go in and do whatever webmastering you need done, that sort of a thing. So We're pretty flexible in that regard. But anyways, I hope that this helped get you steered in the right direction, or basically that I answered your questions. I know I took up a lot of time to do it, but hopefully it was a little bit easier than reading my scribble in an email. So anyways, thanks for your contact, Bob. You take care. We'll hopefully talk to you soon.